than 11,000 athletes competed in the Urbanathlon in 3 major cities.
Otherwise known as Patty Boom Boom. I'm a translator / interpreter. I'm also a freelance event manager and I box professionally. So I do a whole bunch of things all to support my dream. We're headed towards Infinity Boxing. Really, it's just a crazy busy environment and it really just adds to the excitement of being in New York City. Become a world champion in women's professional boxing. I would love to complete an Ironman one day. I'm petrified of the water, so that would be a huge accomplishment. And all these things are my dreams, and it might not make me rich and famous, but those are the things that make me me.
She wants to be something good for the future. Since she was small, she wanted to learn many things.
That's it, and then right back there again. See, don't let her relax there. She just told me about the Urbanathlon. It sounds pretty good. I think her chances are like in anything. I mean, she doesn't do it to win. She doesn't do it. So I think her chances are excellent. You know, I've never seen her do anything just for fun. You know, she does it to win. So that's what makes her so endearing and such a pain in the at the same time.
All my life. Since I was 2, I started in ballet, I started in gymnastics, then I went into martial arts, and the pattern is that I get bored really quickly. If something is not challenging, then I need to find something else. When something is new to me, I rise to the occasion.
I've actually wanted to do the Men's Health Urbanathlon since 2008. Back then, I wasn't in the shape and I wasn't in the mental state of actually being able to do it. So I never thought that I could do it. And I've come a long way since then. And I think what sets it apart, it's one of the first actual obstacle races that I ever heard of before all of these new ones have popped up. I'm racing with a good friend, Mickel, Evangelista. We've known each other for about 3 years now, since we started working together. When I first met him, I started dropping my weight. I used to be 275 pounds. And when I found out my wife was pregnant, that's when I dropped the weight. I just wanted to reevaluate my life and start anew. And I'd never done any of the stuff, so my level of training was up to par, but it wasn't up to the standards that what it is now. He knew I was into mixed martial arts. That's when I started dropping my weight. And he was always curious to learn some of the stuff that I was doing. I was incorporating a lot of CrossFit movements, you know, explosive, high-intensity interval training. So that's when we first started doing that. And this year is when we kicked it up a notch.
Yeah.
Training together everywhere. Anywhere that we could get a time and a place, and anything that we could jump over or go under, basically. Park, benches, garbage cans, fences. At some point, we probably would have gotten stopped by the police, but, you know, it's all good. At first, we just decided to do a lot of running, and that evolved to creating an obstacle course. Anything that we could jump over, anything that we could crawl under, anything that we could use as an obstacle, literally an urban obstacle, we used, and we ended up creating an entire obstacle course at our current, job site. I've lived in New York all my life, so I know how this city is. This is a bustle. This is one of the only locations where at 4 a.m. you can go down the block and get yourself a taco or get yourself a drink from the store. It's a great city. It's big, and having the Urbanathlon here is one of the greatest things that you can do, just because it's the center of the universe. We're gonna crush this course.
Ha!